Hello and welcome to London Victoria. Now, do not ask why I'm so close to my camera, because this 377-4 here wants to be loud as anything. And with that, today I think is the 30th of May. Well, it is the 30th of May. What I think it is, though, is the last day of the Gatwick Express. Now, I say that because from the 31st, GTR will no longer exist technically. It will be under public ownership. So with that, in the new name, which I can't remember, I'll put it on screen now, that will no longer exist, and I think it will run as a fast southern service, meaning the Gatwick Express will become a nickname. So today is technically the last I think it will operate as its own operator, in its own sense. Now, I've done this through my own research, nothing really online to say it, so I'm not entirely sure about this. So I'm expecting about 1 million comments saying, this isn't true, why is this online, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, with that, trains are coming in a few minutes, so I think it's formed of a -1, -2 and -3, not in that order, we'll see. So without further ado, it's coming in, like I say, in a few minutes, so let's go and jump on. So, welcome aboard this 387-2. Now, this train today is formed of this as well as 2 other Great Northern units. Now, this actually saved you 5 minutes, would you believe it? Because all the other southern services stop at Clapham and East Croydon. Has to check the map there because I can never remember station names. But with that, this tends to go straight. Now, it only saves you about 5 minutes because obviously it's not stopping at those only 2 stations, so, you know, it's admittedly extortionate for that short journey, but oh well. With that, it's a nice-ish unit. It's the same as any other train you'd get, as we'll go down later. I have done a video on a Gatwick Express unit before. I'm sure we all have seen the video where I travelled on that train that didn't stop at Gatwick. Well, this is the opposite of it, isn't it? So that will be up there somewhere in the corner, and so yes, we'll go for a walk down the train very soon, once we get a rig on from here, and then go from there. That's very cool. So very quickly here as well, we do see some old Great Northern branding on here. So obviously, like I say, this unit is ex-Great Northern, so we see that a lot. Now we're passing through here, Streatham Common. So yes, and even here we see it's still in the Great Northern livery, on the diagrams, seat things, whatever you want to call it. The evacuation maps, as I will call them, just for purposes' sake. Now, like I say, this train goes direct to Gatwick, so non-stop to Gatwick. What more could you want? So, just gone through East Croydon there, actually just gone through South Croydon. Now, with that, I can now say I've been on a train, or 2 trains, that haven't stopped at Gatwick, which I did, again, in that video. I'm going to keep referring back to that for no reason. And I've now been on a train now that hasn't stopped at East Croydon, nor Clapham. So what I need now is to get on the train that doesn't stop at basically all the stations down to Brighton. So that is possible, sort of, on a train that's come from Cambridge, because they just call at Hayward, or 3 bridges, Hayward Heath, Burgess and Brighton. So what I need to do now, which will seem very hard, is to get on a train that doesn't stop at Hayward's Heath or Burgess Hill. Obviously, it's impossible not to stop at Brighton without a train going into it or through it, unless the doors aren't released and it's a scheduled pass-through point, like here, Purley Oaks, the train's scheduled to pass but not stop. So yeah, it's it's probably impossible unless I get a rail tour, so who knows, and there's a little plane on there, God I love it. So without further ado, let's continue down to Gatwick on the last day, technically, of the Gatwick Express.
Express. Señoras y señores, estamos llegando al aeropuerto de Gatwick. Esperamos que hayan tenido un buen viaje y les agradecemos che hayan elegido Gatwick Express.
Signore e signori, siamo in arrivo all'aeroporto di Gatwick. Ci auguriamo che il viaggio sia stato di vostro gradimento e vi ringraziamo per aver scelto Gatwick Express.
Would passengers for Gatwick Airport please note that this train will only remain on the platform for a short period of time. You cannot use Oyster or contactless payment beyond this station. Please leave the train here or you may have to pay a penalty fare.
So that sounded a bit like an aircraft, like I was going away on holiday, to be fair, but here we are. With that, here we are at Gatwick Airport, so let's film this off and then debrief upstairs. And that train there that I've just filmed, 700-105, yes, it was my last train back from my work experience that I did with GTR, and a lot of my life has been with GTR, would you believe it? Obviously, with me living in the local area of Three Bridges. Well, I say local. Anyway, with that, yes, this is it. And now, okay, it's upsetting, but the trains will still run. Today is the last day of GTR technically existing, so it is a shame, and it will always be a shame, because really, okay, yeah, it started off with First Capital Connect with the old 319s and okay, the still existing 377s, and now they've all moved across to here, GTR. So really the majority of my memorable life, I suppose you could say, has been GTR. So really, I do want to say, now I wish I could do videos with no copyright, because right now I'd be wanting to play ABBA Thank You for the Music, but unfortunately I can't. So I would like to say goodbye to you lot, but as well goodbye to GTR. My local operator is technically no more, so yes, for now, goodbye.